Hi, my name is Shawanda, and today I want to talk to you about living in purpose and on purpose. Now, I have been working with individuals for quite some time to help them to live in purpose and on purpose, and that is basically helping them to figure out how to bring meaning to their life or how to connect back to meaning in their life. Now, to live in purpose, we have to live on purpose. That basically means that you have to understand that you were created deliberately, and therefore you have to have a mindset to live deliberately, right? Now, what does it mean? So when God created you, you were formed to accomplish something. Without the understanding that you were created to accomplish something, as you continue to try to do things in your life, and things don't work out, you start feeling lost. You don't have a sense of real direction, or you start feeling like something is missing in your life, or try to somehow fit into places that you probably don't need to fit into. All of this trying to find, happiness and fulfillment in things, or trying to find in other people, it essentially causes us to feel this inner turmoil in our lives. And these feelings these feelings and the actions that we take in order to fill these gaps this way, when we don't have that direction, can kind of lead us to making decisions that actually create more harm than the happiness that we sought out for. Now, in effort to find meaning to things that we go through, we also search for meaning in life. We're trying to figure out, okay, why do we have these highs and lows? And then if we have a low, then how do we get back up again so that we can move forward in the things that we were trying to pursue? Well, sometimes without understanding that purpose that you have for your life, it's very difficult to get back up again, no matter how hard you try. And even if you do get back up, it kind of puts you back into the cycle of these highs and lows, with sometimes the struggle of getting back up, or you're constantly changing what you want to do because you don't really have a connection to the ultimate purpose. Think of purpose like this. It's a vision that you have for your life and what you want your life to be, what you want your life to mean, and where exactly you're going, right? It may not be completely defined, but it is a vision. Once you understand the vision or the big picture of things, what happens then is that you're on a mission to accomplish that vision. As you're on a mission to accomplish the vision, then you have goals that you are setting for yourself. Well, without the vision, then you're working on goals, but you're never really ending up anywhere because you didn't know where you were going to end up in, or you had no plan of where you were going. You're just trying to accomplish little things along the way. And sometimes those goals really just kind of get us to like a year or 2 years or maybe 3 to 5. But what about the next 10? What about the next 20 years? Or what about the life or the story that your life is going to tell way beyond your existence? That is having vision. So we want to help you to understand, again, what purpose is, because that is going to help you to understand the bigger picture of things for your life and give you greater meaning. Now, having purpose is also important because it adds value. It definitely adds value to your life, and it changes the significance of who you are and why you are. When we live with purpose, we tend to get more done as we live more intentionally, stewarding our time and our resources. Now, resources. What do I mean about resources? Resources are basically our gifts, talents, and our God-given abilities. That's what that is. Now, there's many other resources that we have, right? But essentially what we want to think of right now is we're looking at having a vision or understanding the purpose that we have for our life. We want to look at our gifts, talents, and our God-given abilities. Understanding that we have a purpose that is always greater than ourselves, we begin to reevaluate our gift, talents, and God-given abilities, because we understand that these all have been given to us by God, and that therefore they can benefit more than us. They can benefit our home, our community, our region, and even our world. Now, for like I said earlier, for quite some time, I've been helping individuals, especially women, help to connect and understand how to live with purpose and live on purpose. Now, I even wrote a book, and the book is called Fresh Manna, Journey to a New Beginning. And this is really to help people to get their life back on track or get their life on track to a purposeful living life. Now, with so much that has transpired within our time and seeing how people are essentially trying to figure out like what they want to do and where they want to go, and they're kind of, grasping at like a lot of different things and trying to figure out life, especially women, I wanted to give another way that you can start understanding how to live with purpose and on purpose and find that meaning to your life. So that's why I created this challenge. This challenge, or series if you want to call it, it's called Learning to Live with Purpose as God Created You. Because we want to understand that there is a deeper and greater foundation for who we are and what we do, and that our life did not start out on our own, and so therefore we were created with a purpose and a plan in mind. Now, while anyone can take this challenge, it was created with a woman in mind. What better time for us to, as women, to kind of connect to this greater meaning in our lives, right? And understand the positive impact that we can all make in our world. And sometimes we look at what's going on in our families and we don't really look at the greater picture of the great and amazing things that we can do in our lives. So, like one of the things that I did was I created a nonprofit, and that is helping other women to make the transition from homelessness and abuse to a life of independence and freedom. And that's something that I thought about doing since I was 15 years of age. And lo and behold, it's something that is now in fruition. And now with this challenge, what you're going to do is every day you're going to receive a video message just like this that you can tune into, as long as you like and subscribe, and you'll get the notification, but you got to hit the bell. You'll get a notification to let you know that a new message has posted. And you'll get a message that gives you pointers and actual hands-on tips that you can do in order to start living a more meaningful and purposeful life. Now, what better time than to start today? So let's start today by talking about what it means to live with purpose and on purpose. There's a scripture I want to bring your attention to, and it's Proverbs 16:4. And it says, "The Lord has made everything in his own purpose, even the wicked for the day of disaster." And I know that's very deep. I know it's very heavy, and sometimes it kind of pulls at your heart a little bit. But just stay with me here. Understand that God determines a purpose for all things. God determines a purpose for all things, and that all things shall work according to his purpose. Basically what that means. There's a purpose. There's a purpose for what happens. Even sometimes when it feels like things are not going your way, there's a purpose for that. Sometimes it means we got to pull back. Sometimes it means we have to change courses. Sometimes it means that people have to leave our lives. Sometimes it means that we have to do something different, or just something has to change in order for us to stay on track for what it is that we're trying to accomplish. Now, while we have goals and we're passionate about what we do, it's important to connect to a deeper meaning for that passion and for those goals. Again, this will inevitably help you with pursuing goals despite tough times or challenges, and give you direction for living each day rather than simply living your days day by day or just letting your days pass you. Living with purpose has advantages that we definitely want to point out, because why else would we want to live in purpose or live with purpose if there's no advantages to it, right? All right. So first things first, you need to understand that God created you in his image and his likeness. And that is in Genesis 1:26. Now, that means that he has given us his creative nature to solve issues, build things, love, and show compassion to others. We need to remember to show compassion to others. Now, after we start understanding that God created us in his likeness and his image, then we begin to trust God and the plans that he has for us, so that you can gain a clearer, not completely clear, sometimes it's not clear, but a clearer picture for your life and a more defined plan or path to walk in order to help you to walk in purpose. So we want to understand how we were created and who created us, and then and then trust the Creator and the plans that He has for us. That's basically what we need to do. And that's basically what we mean by starting out with Proverbs 16:4, okay? Now, when you are walking in this understanding and this new trust, then this allows you a greater ability to kind of jump in and start working towards the goals that you set based on your purpose. In other words, you have a different level of faith, meaning, oh wow, there's something else that is helping me. There's something else that is guiding me. There's something else that's protecting and providing for me, because what else would He make me if He's just going to leave me out here hanging high and dry? That's not how this works. And then no matter what I go through, okay, I have to trust the plans that He has, which means the highs and the lows, because remember, if you're doing it on your own, then when you hit those lows, it's very difficult to get back up. But if you understand that there's a plan for your life according to God's plan, then whatever is happening, it's a moment for you to stop and pause and go, okay, what's happening? And then you seek Him for counsel. God, what's happening? What do I need to do? Is there something that I need to see? Something I need to hear? Someone I need to connect to? Or someone that I was supposed to connect to, but I didn't because I was leaning on my own understanding and I let an opportunity pass by. And then how do I reconcile that? All right. Now, most importantly, when we're looking at living with purpose, it really gives you a sense of self-worth. It gives you a sense of self-worth. You spend less time trying to figure out like what you're doing every day. And then you're spending less time trying to figure out who you need to fit in with. Because you start realizing that your self-worth and that your self-confidence does not come from other people, and it definitely doesn't come from their approval. Now, this doesn't mean for us to be very arrogant and feel like I don't need anybody, I don't need to do anything. That's not how that works, right? But what that means is that you're not randomly just trying to fit into other people and get people's approval. You're not randomly doing things just to seek someone's approval. You become confident in who you are, and then you understand the value system of that relationship and who they are in your life, what they bring in your life, and what you're supposed to bring into their life, so that you can work together in order to help each other to fulfill that purpose or walk in that purpose. You start seeking God for wisdom and understanding, to know that you are doing things actively, you're doing and actively working towards your goals. That's what you want to do. You want to seek God's wisdom and seek His understanding so that you can do and actively pursue the goals that have been set that get you closer to that purpose. Now, not only does this increase your feelings of self-worth, but it definitely increases your feelings of self-confidence, because living a purpose-driven and fulfilled life will also increase your overall happiness. And we definitely want to be happy. Isn't that what that's all about? Now, one other thing I wanted to bring to your attention is that when you're living with purpose, your core values do change. Because think about it, when I mentioned about how we interact with other people, sometimes we're doing it on our own understanding and our lack of wisdom. And so with living with purpose and connecting back to God, our Creator, He has a plan and purpose for us. And then also that we're trusting Him. Therefore, we will seek Him for our guidance, right? So having a clear core values that you follow based on your purpose is so important. They come in handy anytime that you have to make a decision. Think of these values as basically like your compass that keeps you on track. And you spend less time getting up each morning trying to figure out like what to do, how to spend your time, how to connect to people, what people you need to connect to, where you're going, even what you're buying, what you're spending your money on. So basically what you're spending your time, money and energy on, it changes because of your core values. So those are things that you want to think about, because again, if you're not wasting your time, if you're not wasting your energy and the rest of your resources and your gifts, your talents and your abilities, right, then you become more happy. You are more happy because it lowers that stress level. And you start feeling that sense of self-accomplishment, self-esteem, and self-confidence. Isn't that really what it's all about? That's what it's about, right? We want to be happy. We want to have a fulfilled life, and a life that has meaning. That's why it's important for us to start thinking about living with purpose. So here's the thing. Continue to follow me for the next 30 days. And we're going to take this journey together on towards learning to live with purpose and on purpose. So if you haven't already, make sure you take a moment to like and subscribe so that you can get the notifications to help you with living with purpose as God created you. And don't forget, if you want more information, you can always go to my website at shawandarandolph.com, and you can subscribe with the link below to receive email notifications so we can let you know when the video is posted so that you don't miss anything. You definitely want to take this challenge and bring more meaning to your life and connect to the meaning that God has for you. So like and subscribe, get the notifications so that you can get the videos, and then also sign up for the emails so that you can get those notifications, and there may be some additional information in there for you along the way. Have a great day, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow.